curated by Paula Pintos. Houses, Sustainability, Palo Alto, United States. Architects, Buttrick Projects Architecture plus Design. Area, 3,700 square feet. Year, 2019. Photographs, Joe Fletcher. Manufacturers, Swiss Pearl, ASN Limestone, Arborica, Bill Brown Concrete, EB Cabinets. First and last always, Fleetwood, Heath, Zinc. Architect, Jerome Buttrick. City, Palo Alto. Country, United States. In order to expand the inner space of an existing house and create a private courtyard for it, this residential project required the construction of 3 separate buildings. The Art House, the largest new building, is intended to hold a growing art collection and occasionally host visitors. The owners saw a chance to move out of the modest home where they had raised their 4 children over the previous 20 years when the land next to it went on the market a few years ago. The planning difficulty was how to handle the trapezoidal site's geometry while maintaining the neighborhood scale and giving enough open space to meet the program's requirements. The placement of the studio and art storage buildings against the rear setback, while keeping them low and unobtrusive in comparison to the front position of the taller new and original residences, produces a false perspective, increasing the perceived depth of the land. Glass doors that are 11 foot tall and flush set in the living room from of the Art House blur the lines between inside and outdoors while providing a sense of enormous scale. The family spends weekends together on the village green, which is centered around a tiny pool and lawn. The house's layout is reversed so that the bedrooms are on the street while the living room and kitchen are in the back and connect the courtyard with the recreational areas. Every room has artwork on the walls, while the second floor's perforated zinc siding filters daylight into the second level to lessen heat gain. Cementitious panels connected over metal hat channels serve as the other main outside material, minimizing direct temperature transfer. The main floor's green-gray limestone flooring unifies the inner areas with the patio outside by connecting them, giving the room a sense of continuity. The white gallery character of the interior spaces, chosen as the background that lends itself to art the most, is contrasted with a muted palette of soft green tinted stone, stained white oak, and warm neutral furnishings. In order to serve the art, all of the details are sparse and understated. Features of design. The inside layout of the new home flips the orientation of the nearby old design by placing the bedrooms in the front and the public living areas in the back. The new living/dining room features 10-foot tall, unobstructed doors and windows, allowing you to experience the space of the courtyard all day long. The previous house's living/dining room has window shades that are typically pulled for privacy from the street. Stone floors that run flush from inside to outside strengthen this connection. A central upstairs loft is pulled away from the walls to create vertical interior space, lifting the upper chamber off the ground, looking out through the veiled scrim that envelopes the upstairs. The visitor is given the opportunity to experience the outer landscape abstractly, and the exterior light is subdued. From the street, the new home's volumetric layout expands on the blocky vocabulary of the old one, which was composed of a generic collection of plain construction boxes with a few haphazard arches that are no longer there. The new house starts off with the same massing language as the old one, but the two bedrooms are now on the street side, split by the entry, generating discrete volumes with different floor levels. This is done to create a sense of connection between the two buildings even though they are not physically touching. A third box, at the second level, set back on the sides and front, completes the design. In addition to providing adequate wall space and interior daylighting, attention was paid to how the structure would seem at night. For example, curtains were employed to shield occupants from the evening sky's potential heat sink. The interior space feels calmer thanks to curtains' ability to reduce acoustic resonance. With the exception of the upper-level corrugated zinc scrim, which may or may not be perforated, the remaining portion of the building envelope is covered in low-maintenance cementitious panels that are separated from the outer plywood sheathing by an air barrier. This rain screen structure has advantages for both insulation and waterproofing.